Have you seen a lot of more network effect businesses recently? Because network effect is a thing we always talked about a lot in
Yeah.
consumer, obviously, and those are giant companies in our world, and
Mhm.
there's some in enterprise. But what are you seeing in network effects these days that are exciting?
Yeah, I'm seeing less network effects and more scale effects, which are
Yeah.
related or overlapping, where as you get more scale, you end up with cost advantages that then allow you to get more scale. You could argue maybe Stripe is in that basket, but there's also
Yeah.
more modern versions of that, particularly in energy and other related markets. Um, so it's back to a broader question of how do you create defensibility in a business? And there's almost like 5 or 6 common patterns of defensibility. Scale effects is one, network effects is another. Creating an ecosystem on top of your platform, like what Salesforce has done, is one.
Yep.
There may be long-term contracts and durability of those contracts, which happens, for example, in the medical distribution world. So, there's in the world of business, there's like 5 ways or 6 ways to create defensibility, and roughly everything falls into those.
Yeah, at Palantir, we always try to create network effects, and we did get a few of them going. So we got a lot of countries working over it with dozens of
Mhm.
countries. We kind of had to be on it. I think we were really proud to sell to Israel, and it was a big deal that they bought it because they never buy anything from anyone. But I
Mhm.
think it was probably that network effect. That
Mhm.
I'd like to think we're just good enough, but I think that kind of
Yeah.
helps. And then we had like Airbus using it with all of its suppliers, and
Mhm.
everyone had to be on it. So I think there are
Yeah.
enterprise network effects you can do, but they do
Mhm.
seem to be more rare these
Yeah,
days.
I think so. And then there's also just the scale effects we mentioned. Like I know we were both involved with Anduril really early,
Hmm.
and that's a good example where they now have such a broad portfolio of products. They have the deep customer relationships, and that allows a flywheel in terms of the ability to continue to cross sell different types of products over
I think you
time.
get big enough too that you get a reputation in DC. You can like do things in
Hmm.
DC. You know what's crazy on Anduril one? So we have this company, Saronic. I think you're also just invested in
Hmm.
that I help build, and it's growing really fast for the Navy. And they asked us to weaponize some of the autonomous vessels,
Hmm.
and so we reached out to a few different primes. And Anduril was so good that like within 3 days, like
Yeah.
literally 3 days, we had the NDA signed with all the models, all the data, exactly how it
Hmm.
works, sent it back to the Navy. And it was like it took multiple weeks even to get
Yeah.
the NDA signed with like the other guys. And so it's kind of cool because the Anduril is now this thing that you can use as a prime. It's
Hmm.
then making it grow even faster because everyone wants to work with it because it's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you definitely, and that is one of those sort of feedback loops